Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another video. This video is an update. An update to, actually a couple updates. One update as far as my denture issues, and another update as far as my best friend's friendship. Okay. Well, as you know, first of all, let's talk about the dentures. Okay, the dentist came up to see me, and he had the template. So he put them in my mouth, and the dimensions of the lower teeth were perfect. Perfect. They're the right height. They're the height my bottom teeth were originally. So it's like, you did a great job. That's exactly the way my lower teeth supposed to look. Problem was that there was too much gum line showing. Too much of that red. You know, the red that's underneath the teeth, right? That's a gum line, even though it's not a real gum line, but that's what they call it, right? Well, too much of that was showing, and the bite was right, and like I said, the bottom teeth were the right height. So I was like, yay, they got the bottom teeth correct. I loved it. I loved seeing my original teeth again, but there was too much gum line showing. So I'm like, oh no. Oh my God, is this travesty gonna get resolved? Am I gonna get any relief? You know, so the dentist suggested reducing the height of the bottom teeth and increasing the length of the top teeth. And I was rushed to go out to bingo, and I was like, I couldn't think straight. I'm like, I had that on my mind. I said, okay, but do what you gotta do, even though I'm not happy with that. Well, it wasn't until later on that I thought about it, and I said, wait a minute. They're gonna reduce the height of the bottom teeth and increase the length of the top teeth, and that is going to eliminate the amount of gum line showing. I thought, wait a minute, that ain't gonna do it. That ain't gonna do it, because you'll still see gum line showing, because the amount of gum line hasn't changed. The only thing that would change would be the dimensions of the teeth. But just because, because my mouth had changed so much since I lost these bottom teeth, that it's not as shallow as it used to be. You know, so it's still going to show gum line, but I'm going to have longer top teeth. You know, so in thinking about this, I realized, wait a minute, it's still going to show gum line, even if you do, you know, change the dimensions of the teeth. It still will sit in my mouth the same way, with the same amount of gum line showing. So I spoke to social services, and I said, look, I realize now that changing the dimensions of the teeth is not going to cause less gum line to show. There still will be gum line to show. As a matter of fact, the upper teeth fit perfectly, just like the other upper plate did. But the bottom plate kept moving around, so if anything, I'm going to need some denture cream or denture bond, or whatever they call it, to apply toward the bottom teeth, the bottom denture plate, so at least it'll stay in there. But as far as the amount of gum line showing, changing the dimensions of the teeth is not going to help that. It's still going to show gum line. because you're not changing the gum line. It's going to still sit in my mouth the same way. So it doesn't make any sense to change the dimensions of the teeth. So she says, I will let the dentist know this so that he can do something about changing the gum line, you know. And because it's really, sorry about that, it's really the gum line that's the issue, not the teeth. So now I gotta wait a whole nother month. So it's like, as they would say in politics, they're kicking the goalpost down the road, you know. And it's like, so it's like, oh great, now I got another month to wait. Because he said to me, do you want us to go ahead with creating the permanent plate? And I said, no, because we're guessing that changing the dimensions of the teeth is going to solve the problem of too much gum line showing. I mean, we're basing it on that, and we can't, because what if that's incorrect? Excuse me. So I want you to make the permanent teeth when I'm absolutely positively happy with them. That we're not guessing, you know. We're not guessing at solutions that that I can look at the plate in my mouth and say, perfect, I'm happy, I'm good, nothing more needs to be done, we're fine, make it. Make the permanent plate. So I'm just gonna have to wait on that. So that's all I can do. Now that aside, now it's time to talk about the update as far as my friendship with my best friend. Well, I really was resigned to accept the fact that my friendship with my best friend was over. But I'm a person that likes to keep trying, you know, and if I've exhausted every possible avenue, then I will accept that this is the way it is. But I still want to try. And so I pursued a little bit more, and I got in touch with a family member, and I said, can you please let my best friend know that I don't understand what happened, and so forth. And that I'm upset about the lack of communication, and I really want to resolve it, you know, because I'm always the one for resolving issues. You know, if issues can be resolved. If issues can't be resolved, then I could see no other chance than to say, okay, it's done. So the family member communicated and told me that my friend would call me. And it turned out she did. And I was very surprised, and I was delighted, I was exuberant. I said, oh my God! Wow! Now what kind of reception am I going to get? That's going to be the big question, right? So, but thankfully, my friend was cool, and I said to my friend, I says, we got a lot to talk about. And my friend says, okay, let's talk. And so I poured out my heart and said, I don't know what happened, but, and I told my friend how badly I felt that I didn't think about contacting my family when my friend first warned me that she wouldn't be able to keep making payments on the storage unit anymore. And I said, that was my mistake. That was my mistake. I own that. That was a big, huge blunder on my part. I really screwed myself up. This was me. This was me. I should have just calmed down and said, okay, contact your family. Maybe they'll help. And I'm a trier. You know, I'm always trying, so why didn't I try this time, right? Because I just went into this blind panic mode. And when you're in a blind panic mode, your rational thinking just goes out the window. So that's why it never occurred to me to think of options and possibilities, choices, you know. So we had a long, long talk, and I'm happy to report that my friendship with my best friend has been restored. What had happened was that the person that my best friend traveled with, okay, uses a nebulizer machine to help him breathe, much the same way I used to do when about 15 years ago when I was in Pennsylvania, and I had to use a nebulizer to get breathing treatments. Of course, I'm not doing it now. I don't really need it now because I'm getting humidity. Well, I'm not getting humidity now, but when I'm upstairs in my room, I have humidity going through. It's a bigger tube. But this is a smaller tube. This is just plain oxygen, which, by the way, I'm also happy to report, I am now reduced in liters. I'm now down to 2 liters. 2 liters. And from 3 liters. And I have been known to just be off this thing. And I'm fine. I'm fine. No problems or nothing. But I like to you know, have the security for a while, because when my oxygen runs out, oh boy, do I know it. I could still breathe, mind you. I could still breathe room air, but I start hacking and coughing because I'm not getting that additional air, oxygen. So, in any event, I forgot what I was saying. Oh God, that's terrible. Oh, right. The person that was coming driving. What's up? So, because he had forgot his nebulizer machine, he had to fly back to Florida so that he could have his breathing treatments. And what my best friend did was she gave him her phone, so in case he got into trouble along the way, he can contact people whose names and phone numbers are already in the list of contacts. Problem is that by giving him her phone, now she doesn't have a phone. Now, she could have used her friend's phone, but my number wasn't part of list of contacts. And she couldn't remember my number, so there was no way to contact me and tell me what had happened. And I thought, okay, well, couldn't you have visited me? You know, you knew where I'm staying. I mean, why couldn't you visit me? And she said that because her friend works like so many hours a day, I think she's like working 2 jobs or something, that she barely has time for herself. And by the time that her friend comes home, it's like after 10:30, and she didn't want to call me and disturb me if I was sleeping. So, or not call me, visit me, you know, because normally you wouldn't visit me at 10:30 at night. I mean, unlike the hospital where there's visiting hours, there really isn't visiting hours here, but she really didn't want to bother me at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night to visit me, and for how long, you know, because at that hour I'd be getting ready to go to sleep. So that's why she never came to visit me. Now, she did bring me stuff, and she asked her friend on the way to the bus terminal or whatever to then fly back to Florida to stop by and drop it off. She never did. So she's not pissed at her friend for not following through with her promise of dropping the stuff off. So she was able to get some more of it, because I think she was going to send me or give me was coloring sheets and gel pens, colored gel pens to color pictures, you know, which I used to help her with the fuzzy posters that we used to work on. And I helped too with others, because she likes doing that. That's sort of her hobby, you know. So, and she kept asking me, did they bring up anything? I said, nope. So she's pissed at her friend for not following through with her promise for dropping stuff off. So what my friend's going to do is mail me the stuff, which she said she did. She went to the post office, put it in a cushion mailer, and sent it to me, so I'll get it. But so anyway, we had a very long conversation, which was enjoyable, and I'm glad we had it. You know, that's about it. So we're back as best friends. So that's my update, and I'll keep you posted. And I'll also keep you updated as far as my weight loss progress goes. So anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and I'll check you out later. Okay, take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.